they said that you were coming back for the next film. Were you guys prepared for the action that was kind of involved to kind of make this film? Because you guys really get down and dirty and do a lot of crazy stunts and stuff like that.
Yeah, there is a lot more action going on. I mean, we were very lucky. We had a great team of stunt coordinators with Alan Poppleton and his crew. And we did about 2 weeks training at the start of the shoot. And then because it's such a long filming period, we got to kind of keep that going through the shoot. And by the time we got to the final battle at the end, we were ready for action.
You have a very nice stance when you hold your bow and arrow. Is this something? Is this something that you want to pursue, or are you a master? Can you get the bullseye?
I'm not sure I'd be so hot without the kind of visual effects arrows. They tend to hit the target every time.
Was there anything in particular in your filming for you that was kind of daunting in terms of the stunts or things that were kind of more so than the first time around?
Yeah, I mean, in the first film I don't really do a lot of action or anything, but in the second film I got to ride and do some stunts, like, you know, my fight with Knickerbrick and falling off the cliff, and that was quite a hard stunt to do because it's basically like a trap door and it would just open beneath me and I'd just fall through.
And also we were on a real gorge.
Yeah, we're on like the top of a real, like, 50-foot kind of gorge, which is like massive, and it was just like there, and I was just on this tiny little wire. I was like, oh goodness. But horse riding was really fun because we were like trained by some like best horse masters in the world, which was amazing. Although the horse bolted when I tried to get into council once, but I kind of picked myself up again and tried to get on again.
I actually asked Ben this too. I said, you know, doing a film like this, does this make you a little bit more fearless in life in general? Do you find that you're a little bit more adventurous in making decisions about everyday things now, or, you know, I don't know, does it make you more cautious, or what does it do?
I mean, it makes you try new things, really, and so I guess in that sense it makes you more fearless. I think it also exposes you to a lot of people that you would never, you know, Georgie and I have had the opportunity to work with a prosthetics department, a stunt team, a greens crew, everything, and meeting all those different people definitely just teaches you about how you interact with people in everyday life.
And then what's it like to go back to school now, to have this life, talking to people like me, and then going back to hang out with classmates and stuff? Is it?
Well, yeah, I mean, my life basically consists of what I call like two worlds. There's this world where it's like, you know, filming and publicity, and I'm Georgie Henley, and then I go home and I'm just Georgie, and all of my friends know me, and I'm just, you know, I'm just doing stuff that a normal 12-year-old girl does, and, you know, worrying about homework and things.
And for you, do people recognize you on the streets now, or is it kind of?
I get recognised every now and then. I started university about 3 weeks after we finished filming the second film, and I got a few funny looks in lectures, but people are very good about it. I've got very grounded and supportive friends, and I don't walk around with huge son of a big sign saying, "Hi, I'm the Narnia girl." Yeah, exactly.
No, she actually does. No, too.
So, you know, it's a little bittersweet for you. What was the last day of shooting like, to kind of know that, you know, this is the end of the road for your role on Narnia?
I think bittersweet is a very good word for it. I mean, the last few days of filming were quite emotional because Will and I knew that we wouldn't be working with these guys again. But at the same time, you know, I've had such a wonderful time making these films, but it's time for me to do something different. I'm really loving being at university and doing a lot of student drama, and I'm looking to play new roles and try new things and maybe do something with people in rooms that's a bit smaller and more character-based.
Okay, I know it's the magic of cinema and all the CGI and stuff, but was there a version of Aslan roaming around? Like, is there any kind of fake lion running? Like, I don't know, because when you hugged him, and this is just like, you know, the magic of movies, it really looked like there was a lot of fur going on. I'm wondering if there was a version of Aslan that you actually did get to hug, or a piece of him that, like...
Yeah, exactly. It was like a piece of him, and it was like a massive... They tried to make it as real as possible. It was like a massive kind of lion head with a metal structure, and you'd put it on your shoulders, and then you'd be screwed into it, and you'd just say the lines. And if you actually watch the movie carefully, I don't actually hug Aslan's body. I'm always hugging his mane or his head or something, because they only had this lion head. But it made it a lot easier, which was good.
Was it easier this time around to work with, you know, CGI and things like that, because you're so used to it the first time around? Or
I think we did use the film as a building block in terms of experience with the CGI, but we also had a lot more humans in this film. You know, last time it was just the four children, and then you had Tilda Swinton's The White Witch and James McAvoy, but a couple of beavers and things. This time we had a whole race of Tamarins, so we actually had more human cast.
Okay, speaking of human Prince Caspian, there's a scene that perhaps you might have to kiss him. And I'm wondering, did you prepare for that, or was it one of those things? Did you were you on the day of the kiss? Were you kind of like, oh, I'm going to kiss my, somebody that I treat like my brother, or was it more?
Well, I'd known Ben for about 5 months by the time we'd done that scene and spent every day of those 5 months with him, so I knew him incredibly well. And it was my first screen kiss, so I was quite kind of nervous about it.
How many takes did it take?
I've no idea.
You're like, oh, well,
A few, definitely a few. But I'm not really into public displays of affection, and we were both up on this kind of podium with 300 extras, so you couldn't really get more public. But I think Susan could probably do a lot worse than Prince Caspian.
Are you ready for another round of the Narnia adventures and interviews?
I'm really excited because it's my favourite book, Voyage of the Dawn Treader. And although I won't be doing it without these guys, Anna and Will, and Andrew, the director, is leaving as well. But I'm looking forward to kind of challenging myself more with new people and new things. I think it'll be fun.
Looking forward to it. Thank you very much. It was nice talking to you.
Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.